Hey folks, what's happening? There's a bit of some new information that's causing a little bit of controversy with respect to our favorite annulet. Now, a user on Reddit, and their name is fantastic, Exotic Cardiologist 46, threw this up on the WoW Reddit website, and basically what it tries to do is organize what gemstones are being used by specific specs across different forms of content. And basically, it gets pulled from this Mythic Plus subcreation.net website and actually only pulls logs from dungeons in the plus 16 to plus 27 range. So, really aimed at pulling this information from some of the higher end Mythic Plus players that are out there in the world. You can definitely see, and if you've spent some time picking up some gemstones so far, yeah, they're not always really complementary in terms of our range DPS players, and it's showing up, right? Like, it's a little bit of a fall off in terms of throughput, specifically for healers and anyone in the range space. So if you're a healer, you really want to be loading up on DPS type rings or type gems. And if you are a range DPS, you really got to consider if you've got a mythic ring on right now, you might be better off here depending on the combination. Now there's sites like Wowhead, a lot of the different discords out there that are to identify some fun combinations that you can have between your cleave or your single target or your tankiness builds. There's definitely some as well for tanks between tankiness heal and single target or cleave depending on what content you're going to run. So healers, if you're going to hit the raid space, yeah, having a heal gem build probably makes a lot of sense. But if you're going to wear this amulet or this ring in the Mythic Plus space, you got to load up on DPS gems because it's going to be a huge drop off for you if not. Me myself, I like some of the interconnection that you're starting to see here in the game. Definitely a couple of the tankiness ones for myself, who does spend a fair bit of time tanking. Gain and absorb shield interacts with DPS gems that say every time you gain absorb shield, you actually produce 30,000 DPS, dependent on the number of for each mob around you, up to 5 mobs kind of thing. That's a lot of fun, and it actually drives up a lot of overall DPS throughput and really helps me out as a tank, whether I'm playing prot, or vengeance. But it really looks like Death Knights, Brewmasters, and Druids are using this the most in that space. Now, over on the melee side, definitely seeing it used a whole lot more. It doesn't look like as much for Enhance or Frost or Unholy. So Death Knights don't look like they're touching it a whole lot. Shamans don't look like they're touching it a whole lot. But we're having a ton of fun here overall in the melee space, as well as with most of our tank classes. What are your thoughts on the Annulet? You know, for a mid-patch update, I actually think it's kind of fun. It's given us something else different to talk about. But let me know your comments and thoughts on it down below. Is this consistently increasing your DPS or your survivability? Or is it actually a hit in terms of your healing throughput? Alright folks, thanks for watching. Peace.